And coming up next, our main event, a matchup for the UFC middleweight division title. Looking to become the UFC middleweight champion of the world, here he is, the #1 middleweight contender. For a long time, this man has been one of the best 85ers in the world, but this title fight eluded him. It is here right now. He is healthy. He is smack dab in the middle of his prime, and he believes he is the best 85er in the world and is out to prove just that tonight and walk away with 12 pounds of UFC gold. So here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world. This man ubiquitously regarded as the top 85er at present. Some people believe this is the greatest middleweight of all time. He certainly does, and he has goals even beyond that. He wants to be one of the greatest mixed martial arts athletes of all time, and in order to preserve that goal, this is a title defense, simply put, that he's gotta have. Or tell the tape for this middleweight championship fight. So 3 years the gap in age between these two fighters, and they both possess a similar height and reach. All right, now for the particulars, he is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Mergliata. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out United Center in Chicago.
Look at that, though. A beautiful head kick.
Against previously undefeated fighters, so.
John slowly building a base, or slowly getting to his feet, but he's slowly getting cracked in the face. He's already bust open.
He's tough, though. Phillips is tough.
Yeah, no, he's tough.
Go out and look good and get the win over Chimaev. I just think that ranking, he all of a sudden is going to be flirting with Islam space and Ilya space. He's going to be flirting with the top three. And I think that's the only way that we know how to compliment him in our industry. We give him a belt, we give him...
The wait is over. UFC 319 is finally here. And on August 16th, the Octagon will host one of the most electrifying clashes in recent memory. Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus Du Plessis. This is not just a fight. It's a war between two of the most dangerous middleweights on the planet. Khamzat enters the cage with his trademark ferocity, an undefeated monster who thrives on breaking opponents early. His relentless pressure, smothering grappling, and explosive striking have made him one of the most feared fighters in the UFC. For Chimaev, this is more than just another fight. It's his chance to prove he's the rightful king of the division. But standing across from him is South Africa's pride, Dricus Du Plessis, the reigning champion whose unorthodox style and iron will have carried him to the top. Du Plessis has shown time and again that he thrives in chaos, absorbing pressure and turning the tide with devastating counters. His toughness, power, and championship heart make him one of the hardest men to put away.
My question is, too, if he gets in a bad spot, is he going to push through it? Will the bully crumble, you know, when,
he didn't crumble with
he's
Gilbert.
getting it?
He didn't crumble with Gilbert.
It's true. He got sat down by Gilbert, too, though.
But Dricus even said in that fight how it started strong. There's a certain amount. He was counting how many minutes he was just standing.
between Chimaev and Dricus if there's no takedown? Are you completely certain that for Chimaev to win this fight, he must take him down? But what if we put it in reverse? Chimaev can't take him down. That's what Dricus is saying is going to happen. Are we sure that Chimaev can't strike with him? Are you sure that in the absence of a takedown, Chimaev cannot beat Dricus?
Ariel, he wins. Ariel, take a breath. You don't want to go and say something crazy now.
I think he wins.
Against somebody in the top 5?
Yes.
Khamzat Chimaev. I love him. Give me 1 hour, brother. I swear. Guys, everybody...
Sounds exactly like Khabib, right?
He does the craziest shit. Somehow he lands, or somehow he'll miss some punches. Takedown.
He's stubborn, man. It's even funny to watch because I give him all the respect. Look, he's so good at what he does, no matter what. And I've said, what did I say before? Like, he's the best fighter in the world. But somehow he makes it look good.
DDP, dude, when he beat Robert Whittaker, I'm like, dude, I'm never gonna count this dude out again. That trend is kind of there right now. Rob's kind of like the same way.
But Rob strikes better.
For sure. But it's the mixing of the fight.
Yeah, mixing it up. It happens in MMA. There's always phases. Like there was a
DDP, I've got no idea. The more I watch him, the less I know about him.
It is super interesting, but Tom, how do you see the fight going? Who wins?
I will never, ever think that DDP is going to lose again.
Wow.
I just don't know. He just finds a way to win. Against Khamzat Chimaev, though, someone that I've shared a card with a couple of times in Abu Dhabi, funny enough. Khamzat Chimaev is an absolute beast, man. And if he can get that back control and start that cycle that he does of dragging guys to the ground, going for the submissions, punching them from there, punishing them, tiring them out. So, mate, the answer is, I don't know. That's why we love MMA, though. That's why we love it, because fights like this, they come around every now and again, and you just don't.
I'm a big fan of Du Plessis. It's crazy because when we did the UFC 317 weigh-in show, we had to pick most underrated fighters. And some of the other panel, I think a couple of them had Dricus Du Plessis as underrated, you know, and I was like, I don't know if he's underrated, man. I think he's the real deal. He's a big, strong guy. He's knocking people out. He's wrestling them. He's submitting them. But if you look at Khamzat, right, we know he just goes through everyone.
Actually, right now, it's hard to bet against DDP because he always shut my mouth, you know? I always bet against him and he always shut my mouth. So it's hard to bet against him, but it's hard to bet against Khamzat. It's just gonna be how prepared to the Khamzat style. That is not a wrestling style, it's a different thing. That's the mistake that people do a lot. They prepare to fight against a wrestler, and Khamzat it's not pure wrestling. He has a system. He does something different. He puts jiu-jitsu on the wrestling, so he needs to be well prepared, not against a wrestler, but against this Khamzat style. And I don't know if he's gonna be ready for that.
It take for DDP to stuff the takedowns in here and still.
Bro, this is crazy because I always bet against DDP and he always shut in my mouth. But I'm feeling like this can be a fight as fast as the fight with Khamzat and Whittaker. Like finishing the first round or beginning of the second round, you know. 60% of me say that Khamzat will finish this fight like real fast. But 40% says that Dricus, with his size and height and his weight, he's a big guy for the division. I think he can stop the takedowns or even survive the first 2 rounds, and then the fight gets better for him. So I'm 60-40 on this.
He and Khamzat Chimaev. Yeah. Who emerges from that?
But DDP, man, he is something else, bro. For so long we thought he just was bad. He's not. He's really good. He's like really, really good.
Did you ever see that thing with him and like he's like they show like a clips of Homer Simpson like doing everything wrong and somehow winning, and they kind of show like the same.
Good, dude.
That is
bro.
hilarious.
He was just I was like, okay, so Izzy's gonna just counter him. He's too good. And he got Izzy bad. He was all over Izzy. I mean, he put it on Sean Strickland bad.
Yeah.
That last time. Like,
you gotta respect that style.
He's good, man. He's so big, he's so strong.
Right now, it favors. Because I know you can't make fight. You can't make obviously a prediction, but who you think it favors right now? Because looking at the way Khamzat just disposed of Robert Whittaker.
Robert Whittaker was crazy. So I think, and DDP is gonna be like, what the hell, dude? I think when the line comes out, and I'm pretty sure it's out already, you guys can check it. Khamzat will probably be a favorite. And I think it's because of what you see.
Yeah, minus 180.
Khamzat is minus 180. And I think just when you look at it, that's probably
pretty big
about right. But I don't know, man. I'm done doubting Dricus Du Plessis.
He's got a head of steel. He's a tough guy. He's strong. He's physically fit. He puts in the work, Yeah.
When you talked about that dream of winning the belt and riding off into the sunset, is he the champion that you're beating because you have the history with him, or does that not matter who has the belt?
No, I'd like to fight him again.
Yeah, is that one?
That would be the icing on the cake.
Of all the ones that you would like to have back, is that the one at the top of the list?
Yeah, it is. Because the Chimaev fight's a very different fight camp, and it's not a super fun, right? But that's the
how good Chimaev is. I don't think people know he's a good grappler, and be like, oh, yeah, he's cool. But when it comes to MMA, grappling, wrestling, I could say he would probably be, if you had one round to prove yourself, Chimaev, hands down.
Underdog heading into this fight, is this going to be the toughest fight for you yet?
Well, I mean, yet to lose means that I have to lose some time, and I don't need that. I have 2 losses in my career. I know how it feels, and I'm completely fine if I never feel it again. But I'm the underdog. I've been the underdog most of my career, but yet I am the champion. So, odds don't make fights. And for me, I 100% believe this is the best opponent that I've faced to date, but so was the previous one. Every time that you step in there, you are going to face the next most dangerous guy, especially as a champion. Mm-hmm. So for me, yes, this is the best fighter that the best opponent that I've ever come up against, but once again, I will show my improvements and why I'm...
Middleweight title on the line between Dricus and Khamzat. How do you see it playing out?
I think Dricus is going to get him, dude. He's a tough son of a bitch, you know what I mean? And he doesn't gas out, and then, like I've said with Khamzat, I've never seen him fight like a legit 185. I mean, Whittaker, yeah, but besides that, everyone else is 155ers coming up and shit. So I really want to see him with an actual test, you know what I mean?
If that test was you and you fought Khamzat Chimaev, how would that play out?
I think he gasses. You give me 5 rounds with him, I'll finish anybody, you know what I mean? I don't give a f. I'm here to fight whoever. I want the belt, so I'm going to fight all these sooner or later. Run it. That's it.
We don't want to try to get away from his wrestling. We want to him up in his game. You can't think that you're going to beat my guy.
I'm going to shock the world once again. Like every other time, and everybody said, it's impossible, not this guy, not this guy. And I'm going to go out there and you're going to see he is a special fighter. He's incredibly good. But, jeez, I can't wait. This win for me is going to be history. I am going out there and I'm going to shock the world once again. Like every other time, and everybody said, it's impossible, not this guy, not this guy. And I'm going to go out there and you're going to see the boogeyman. You're going to see him break. You're going to see him break in there. And then realize there's only one boogeyman, and that's me. In the middleweight division, there can be...
I believe him when I've talked to him about it, and I remember even before he fought his last fight, he was saying, I want that guy. I want Khamzat. I want the guy that people think is the scary guy.
Respect that. So not everyone saying that, so a lot of guys was
running away from me, you know. So he gets the champ and he says I want to fight him. It's good, respect, and what I can say about it. It's good for me.
Yeah, it is.
Dricus can go out and look good and get the win over Chimaev. I just think that ranking, he all of a sudden is going to be flirting with Islam space and Ilya space. He's going to be flirting with the top three. And I think that's the only way that we know how to compliment him in our industry. We give him a belt, we give him a main event, and then we give him a little bit more. And that top three placing pound for pound is very within reach right now for
a surprise that Chimaev is a favorite. No, I would expect him to be. But I also feel as though if I were predicting this today, I would lean Chimaev. As long as you didn't ask me a follow-up question. Like if I told you, hey, I think Chimaev's going to beat Dricus. Okay, great. If we all get up and walk out of the room, we're fine. The problem is if you're going to ask me how. How is he going to beat him? Because I am not fully confident that Chimaev can take him down at will. I'm not fully confident he can keep him there. We're going to know in the very first round. If Dricus gets taken down in the first round, things are going to unravel very quickly. But if he can defend a takedown for the entire first 5 minutes, it's only going to get easier to stay on your feet after that. It's an exciting match. I would expect Chimaev to be the favorite. And he is.
Is he overrated in your opinion?
No. I think he's
worthy of all the praise. He's worthy of all the praise and everything that he receives.
Absolutely. I think Khamzat is a special fighter. No, from the first time I saw him fight, I knew this guy was going to be special. 100%. I knew he was going to be special. There was a stage where he didn't fight for like 2 years or something. And listen, he speaks a lot more than he fights. I can tell you that much too. But there was a long period of time he was calling out every single person. That just started getting annoying. He was annoying the shit out of me. Because he was calling out welterweights, middleweights, light heavyweights, but he wasn't fighting anyone. But there was never ever a stage where I went, this guy's overrated. No, he is as good as people think. I think he's as good as people think. I just think I'm a lot better.
Khamzat Chimaev is just ridiculous, right? The wrestling on this guy is phenomenal. The way that he shoots a double leg and closes and covers so much distance, it's wild. He shoots from so far out that it shouldn't work, but he's so explosive and so powerful, he makes it work. He closes the distance, and all he needs to do is get a hold of you. So I assume that Khamzat is also ridiculously strong as well, because he's fast, powerful, he's explosive, he's got good wrestling, and if he gets his hands on you, you're going down. Tired in the past, but he still chooses to fight the same way. That's because he believes in his ability. He believes that all he needs is a minute or 2 minutes, or certainly at tops, 1 round with a guy, and he will put them down and he will finish them. And if he doesn't submit them, then he will knock them out. This is the self-belief that Khamzat Chimaev has. He is a very special fighter. However, the cardio could be an issue. We've spoken about that at length. He's got a new strength and conditioning coach. He's pushing himself to the limit.
Go on then, you got to give me your thoughts on Dricus Khamzat, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. So I sparred. I fought Dricus, I fought Dricus, I fought. Dricus has better stand-up than Chimaev, but Chimaev has a pretty crazy grappling. Now, I've been training with these daggy terrorists my entire life. So it's like I train with these. I know how to get up from these guys. I can withstand the storm. I don't know if he's encountered that level of wrestling to where it might get him a little off guard. But if he could handle it, get up and work his way up. It's kind of hard because it was a long time ago, but Brad took him down and held him down. Actually took him down. But Brad took him down and held him down. So it's like he just really has to be ready for an extreme amount of pressure on the ground. And if he can withstand that, he's on speed. Chimaev is just I was here when he retired from COVID. I was training with him. He's just it's like, if you knew, I always say there's guys, if you knew on a personal level you wouldn't like, Chimaev is one of those people if you knew you wouldn't like. He'll come in here. There's a video of me always like, oh, you're so good. Come with us. Understand, you're better than everybody. So just don't hurt people. Like, I'm being sarcastic. Like, bro, you go and you starch this 1-on-1 guy when there's Edmund, there's high-level UFC fighters, and you're picking the one-and-one fighter because like you think he's the same height as your opponent. No, you're picking him because you're dude. Like, it's just, yeah, he's just like, no, he could fight, but like mentally, he's just a weak man. You know, he's just
big, right? Khamzat's big. DDP's my size. I don't know if you know. Nowhere. You seen the picture of him and Bisping? Bisping's a big dude. DDP dwarfs big. DDP is walks around about 240. I don't. The first round, of course, if Khamzat wins, and if it ends before 2 rounds, it's Khamzat all day. I would extend that after seeing this to even the first 3 rounds. 4 and 5 is what I want to see. I want to see Khamzat in the 4th and 5th. And if Khamzat's lighting his ass up, because DDP is gonna be tough to finish. So if Khamzat's in the 4th and 5th, finish him, then you got one. So for Khamzat, it's gonna be dealing with that mass.
Who has DDP fought that's even close to that style, that explosive, shoot from 10 feet out, grab you, not let go till he gets what he wants?
That's why it's a great fight. Oh, because DDP hasn't fought anybody like Khamzat, and Khamzat hasn't fought anybody like DDP.
Marks, we don't know. Khamzat just shoots from like 15 feet away and gets a hold of your legs.
We've seen him being as exhausted as anybody can be in a 3rd round. This is a 5-rounder. Bring your 1st round. I am going to meet you in the middle and we are going to wrestle. We can wrestle that 1st round, the whole 1st round. And then we come out in that 2nd round and we'll see what we feel like. And we can wrestle you have around a minute left in that 2nd round. And then we're going to fight my fight. Then we're going to wrestle on my terms.
And has it taken so long for you to fight again?
I don't know, man. Same question for you guys, for Dana White, for UFC. I can show a lot of message to these guys. Give me a fight, give me a fight. So, and I want to fight with the best guys, and they want to me put in somebody, who has the name, not with the guys who's nobody. There are a lot of guys, young guys, new guys, and I want to fight Khamzat. I want to fight, but they didn't did anything to fight with me. It's not fun to watch if I'm gonna smash somebody who nobody knows. It's not gonna make money for UFC as well. That's why I think it's hold a long time.
Khamzat and Dricus fighting for the belts in just over a month's time. What are your initial thoughts on that matchup, stylistically?
So honestly, I'd have to say Dricus would be a favourite. He probably is a favourite, but I think I'm leaning towards Dricus. The whole thing can be summed up. Chimaev will take him down.
Yeah.
Will he finish him before he gets back up? That's the $1 million question. Because if he doesn't finish him on the ground, I think he loses.